We have a very distinguished panel, of course led by one of Plymouth, well, Massachusetts, well, actually, one of America's greatest Albert Thompson. How about you know, not only would this not have happened, but so much that was beneficial to veterans in this state and seriously in this country would not have occurred but for Albert Thompson and the people like Albert Thompson that have contributed so much to America. And Albert, it is an honor to have you here.
Thank you.
As you well know, this has been a long, long time in coming. This feels like a saga. Tony was showing me pictures of he and I when I had dark hair.
All I can say is I want to thank everybody. It's been a long battle, 20 years, and I made trips all the way from here to Washington, to the White House, everywhere. I was kind of frustrated, but in 1989, I chartered the Veterans Council, and then they helped out with the process. Today, I just discovered that I have about 500 signatures on a petition that I started after I retired. I still have it. I can destroy that because
We all know the history of how we arrived here today. We've shared so many disappointments, but if it hadn't been the persistence of the people that are in this room, the vets, the people that are here on the panel that are going to make some statements, it would not have happened.
I know there have been many meetings over many years, but I'm pleased that when the group did come to visit me and present the case, they said, well, a promise had been made. And we said, we're not aware of any promise. I think you're mistaken. There was no promise made. But then Congressman Delahunt's staff, as he mentioned, showed us the commitment that was made. And I personally feel that if a commitment was made on behalf of the VA, and there it was, that we really did have an obligation to follow through on this. Not many clinics are being open nowadays, and certainly not in New England. But a commitment was made, even if it was in 2000 or 2001, and we were very pleased that we were able to get the go-ahead with this clinic, and I'm very pleased that the VA can say that we made a commitment and we're following through on it.
When you talk about citizenship and community, in terms of what that phrase means or what that term means, certain people come immediately to mind. She was a veteran herself. She was a major in the U.S. Air Force. I'm sure if she stayed, she would have been the Secretary of the Air Force and then the Secretary for Defense. But she was the prime mover behind the mobilizing the veterans community for this particular effort, and as I said, for so many other initiatives that benefited our veterans. And she obviously had a lot of help. I see some of her colleagues here. That's Eric Sharaf, Dennis Ribeiro, Larry Rooney, and Charles Shana. They're all in the front row. They were her battalion. They were her special ops. You got it done, and thank you. Alba, give us some wisdom.
It wasn't too long ago, not much more than a week. I was walking along the waterfront, enjoying that beautiful harbor and the ocean coming in and out. And I was up to my ankles in water, in that really famous water that's Plymouth Harbor. and I found a nickel in the water. Now, my Italian mother would say, "What good luck, but you must pass it on, you know." I'm saving the nickel, I'm going to pass it on to Representative Delahunt, because somehow he was a catalyst for all of these efforts that we went through, and that is wonderful. We had plenty of downers along the way, of course. I want to tell you, however, that committee that Representative Delahunt has just enumerated, they're all disabled veterans themselves. I don't happen to be. I'm a mean old lady. My one characteristic is that I come from good peasant blood. And as a result of that, I never give up until the day, of course, that you play taps over my grave. But it has been wonderful indeed since that week of finding the nickel. And the good luck came that day because Anestis of Delahunt's office called me that day. And while he was being very cryptic and wasn't able to say too much until he got official confirmation, nevertheless, like James Bond, I could put it all together. Eureka, we've made it! I said, it's been a long, long war. But I think we're through the Battle of the Bulge, and we've discovered that the enemy is no longer there. At any rate, how wonderful to be happy on such a day. Not for ourselves, but for all
Well,
that.
it's been a battle, and I think I can relax now. It's been a long, long, long battle, and I thank you, and I thank you all, and I'm grateful to you.
Well, thank you, Tom.
Yeah, thank you.